Hello guys, it's me again, Fitness Anytime and Anywhere by Marzena. And today I want to bring my best and favorite ab exercise that you can do in the water. I want you to watch this video to the end because I want to share some great information throughout this and then take it to the water environment and enjoy them. For some exercise, I will be incorporating Aqua aerobics equipment such as Aqua Noodles or pool noodles or water dumbbells. But if you don't have them yet, you can do all of those without it and you're still gonna have a lot of fun and a good workout. If you are new here, please subscribe. Did you know that? Alright, so for ab exercise, the preferred water level would be around your chest, but I will be presenting some on a shallower part of the pool just so you could see everything better. Water temperature should be comfortable. We'll begin on one leg, focusing on oblique abs. We will curl knee to the side and then we're going to reach over the head. Now every time you lift up your knee to the side, exhale. Keep your core engaged and try to at least 6 to 12 reps on one side and then switch. Now I am showing you this option without any support. Well, there is a little bit support coming from the other dumbbell that's floating on the water, but you can bring your hand to the side of the pool and make it easier. Now before we do the other side, let's cross from side to side. This one is great exercise for warm-up and it continues working our obliques. Just remember, we try to keep those dumbbells below the water as we push and also as we pull it back. Exhale with each punch. Alright, now let's get ready for the opposite side. Knee aside, knee to elbow, and then you try move your arm over the head, elbow up to ear. Whenever we focus on abs, breathing is very important. You always want to exhale out with challenge. Now let's go with side to side cross and ab hook. Hook is even more challenging for abs because we're gonna turn dumbbells down and then sideways, and that's gonna create more resistance. So you're gonna feel with the first move how much more challenging it is. If it's too much, you can choose to keep one side of dumbbell above the surface and make it a little bit easier for yourself. As before, make sure you exhale with challenge. I really enjoy alternating exercise, and you're gonna see quite often in this video where we mix at least 2 moves together. It makes our workout so much more fun. Alright, so let's put those dumbbells aside and I want to show you what else can we do without any equipment. Well, this one is one of my favorite exercise, wiper blade. We're gonna put our palms together and now we swing it from one side to the other one. I want you to avoid splashing water. You rather want to see that you create a wave of water. Now it may look like we are working upper body here, but we should feel entire body as challenge. So it's coming from our legs definitely works our core, and then yes, it works our arms as well. Breathe along. Now you can try do the same thing with dumbbell, but I'm gonna show you something very similar. Now we have a lunge position and a knee up. So we're also gonna go side to side and lunge. Notice that I go to the left, I come back to the center, and then I lift up left knee. And we could choose to put noodle down to make it a little bit easier. Always experiment in the water with your exercise. If another grip or a small modification works better for you, do it. There's really very little things that we can do wrong in the water. For this exercise, try do 6 to 12. This is the same one, just so you could see from the other angle. Rotation to the right and a knee. And notice that when I'm moving right knee up, left foot is pushed into the ground. That helps me balance. Control your breath. All right, now we're gonna do knee repeaters. This is more dynamic exercise. Now, let me tell you this, you can do really anything you want with your arms. We wanna give priority to our leg moves. We want them fast. You're gonna pull that knee up and then push your toe down. Push it down to the bottom of the pool. This way, you work your abs on your way forward and your glutes and posterior part of your body on the way back. So keep it fast as you can. Next exercise, we probably gonna enjoy more with water dumbbells, but you could do it without it. You just have to do few and then maybe jump down on the bottom without dumbbells, because those dumbbells are keeping you in this position, zigzag. So we're gonna curl knees in and then kick both feet side to side, almost like we had two walls to kick, one on the side, one on the other side. Well, this one I don't have to explain. You feel how your abs are working. And you also have to go pretty fast from side to side or you start sinking down. Now, rollovers is a very similar exercise, just now you will be kicking your feet forward and back. When you push your feet forward, you can use the wall. I'm using a wall here, and that option is easier for someone who's just starting those exercises. You can go feet to the wall and then even jump down for a moment, or you can choose to kick back, right? I started with my feet jumping down, and now I'm gonna show you this one without the wall. You try go up to the water surface with your front kick, and then a little bit lower, kind of knee level with your back movement. And you can go above the surface as well. Now here, try do 6 to 12, and then you can give yourself a little break and then start over. All right. Next exercise, helicopter. This one I also found on YouTube from another YouTuber who was kind to share this one, and I loved it. And it is one of the hardest exercise, so I'm still practicing here. Now, you basically want your legs to go all around you, and you try keep your legs together. So you're gonna need a little bit of practice of how to make it happen. And I'll tell you, one side will feel easy and then it's gonna be really awkward on the opposite side. But you know what? Practice makes perfect. So this is my practice time. And I love it. And you really feel your abs, but not just what's in the front of our body. You really feel those posterior muscles being challenged here. and then you're gonna do the other side. So keep tracking how many you did. And you can always, of course, alternate just so you don't lose track. Real fun one. Can you imagine if you do it in a pool, what people would say? All right, here's another exercise. We're gonna jump out and then tuck knees up. Now, here you can definitely incorporate your arms. We could do it without water dumbbells. Option with water dumbbells is better if you maybe not a good swimmer, and if you are, then put those dumbbells aside. They really don't give you much. I think that adding more arm moves makes it so much better and faster, so you choose. Now again, I picked this side of the pool just so you could see everything better on the video. It's a little too shallow for me, and that is why I look like I'm a little cramped, but you want to really start on that chest level. And now you can cross your feet over and jump out. Cross it over and jump out, and you continue tucking your knees into your chest before you cross it over, and then after, before you jump out. Wall jumps. So the wall is right in front of me, and this is where I'm pushing my feet. I push both of my feet to the wall. It could be knee level, it could be hip level, and then I'm jumping back down on the bottom of the pool. As before, you can choose to use water dumbbells and make it more challenging for your upper body, or you can do it without dumbbells. Keep both feet at the same height when you push them, and then jump down. Push to the wall and come back down. Push to the wall and come back down. Great exercise for abs, and let me tell you, you may need some breaks because it is quite challenging. Now we're gonna jump out. So we're gonna do with feet exactly what I showed you with my hands. So we're gonna jump in, then out, and then down to the bottom of the pool. And again, I start with slow motion just so you could see the difference between the first one and this one. Keep on going, right? You want to touch the wall twice. When your feet are hips wide apart, then out and then down. Now we could definitely do this version without the wall, but I think it's actually more challenging when we push it against the wall. So again, give it a try, experiment, see what works for you. And I'm gonna show you the same exercise from the side view, like this, right? So if there is a lap lane there, you could definitely use lap lane for that. It all depends what's available, right? Sometimes we can show up to the pool and we don't have as much space as we would love to. Then I want to show you all possibilities that we can use to still have a fantastic workout. Okay, now one foot will go up, the other one down, and our toes are still pointed up. So it reminds you cross-country skiing, we're just up on a wall. Like this. And then you're gonna jump down. So we're gonna go right up, left up, and then jump down. Keep going. Up, up, and down. Do your best to maintain your toes pointed up. They will go slightly sideways, but just do best you can, because there's gonna be another version for the sideways toes, okay? Remember, you can do it without water dumbbells, but it will be so much harder. All right, and here's the option I mentioned. where we're gonna go one toe forward, the other one back. So we're gonna turn our feet like so, sideways. Yeah, this one is a real challenge for those obliques especially. So let's give it a try. Side to side, jump down, and then you're gonna switch side. If you like to, you can focus on the same side for 6 to 12 reps and then switch it. Or do as I show and alternate. Here's the same exercise from side view and with our feet floating. I love how many variations we have for our water exercise. I guess those ideas are never ending, and I assure you I'm gonna bring all of them to my YouTube channel. So if you have not subscribed yet, please do it. Now exercise with water noodles, aqua noodles, pool noodles. Well, obviously cross-country skiing is great, and we have option where we are tucking knees up, which I believe works our abs even better. But it's great idea to alternate those two. So the difference is the ones you move your feet up and down, tucking your knees. The other one, you keep your feet close to the bottom and you are pushing your toes forward through that resistance. In none of these options we are jumping up and down. Top of our head will move slightly, but as little as we can. Notice that noodles are halfway down in the water, and I always push the opposite arm forward. So if I push my left foot forward, then I know it's gonna be right arm in front of me. There's zero rotation here. It's all about pushing it front and back, front and back. Here's another exercise with noodles, and now I only put noodle, I would say 1/3 of the noodles in the water. It's a torso rotation. Now, depending how flexible your spine is and whether you can do spinal rotation exercise, it's gonna depend whether you're gonna go all the way back or you're gonna focus on what's happening in front of you. What's very important is that you feel your whole body works for this movement. Your core is engaged, you use your legs, you use your core, and then you use your arms. And you exhale every time you switch side. Now this is figure 8, and we're gonna draw this under the water. So you're gonna scoop it a little bit, then go closer to the surface and then reverse. It's like your figure 8, we're sleeping right below the surface. That's what you're gonna make. Keep going. And again, don't use just your arms. It's not gonna be enough. You need to incorporate your whole body. Okay, here I want to show you one of the best exercise for abs and how to get into it. Knee pulls. Put one knee on a noodle and the opposite hand on the wall. Get as close that you can comfortably bring both palms to the side of the pool, and then when you let noodle float back, you just put your feet on the surface like so. Take a moment, find your balance, make sure you are exactly in the middle. Then pull your knees into the wall and then let noodle float back. And then do it again. Bend your knees, pull it in, halfway in. You don't have to touch the wall with your knees. Just go halfway in and then let it float. Engage those glutes. As you already know, there are many types of pool noodles. Now this one is a little bigger and it gives more resistance, so it also makes this exercise harder. If you've never done this exercise, try with one leg only. You're gonna do exactly the same, maybe use smaller noodle. You see how my knees are just going under, but I'm not continuing pulling it all the way into the wall. Kind of like chest or arms level, and then you take it back. It actually, you just allow it to float back. So your hard work is on the way forward, right here. Squeeze it and then let it float. Engage your glutes and avoid overarching your lumbar spine. Now holding to lap lane was harder than holding to the wall, just so you know. Alright, now we're gonna do floating twist. Put water dumbbells behind your knees like this, and we're gonna twist side to side. So you're gonna use your arms to balance. You wanna make sure you keep your arms open. Just like this. Again, I am on a shallower part of the pool. It would not be the preference for me, and that is why my knees are a little cramped, more than they're supposed to be. I want you to feel that like you were sitting on a chair, okay? So your knees are aligned with your hips and there's close to 90-degree point flex under your knees. Just squeeze those dumbbells enough so they stay where they're supposed to be. My feet are not touching the ground here. It's all about floating. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you a lot of ideas for your future workouts. And guess what? I already made another video and I will post it shortly. I will actually recommend it to you. So make sure you subscribe so you can get those information. Enjoy your workouts. Bye now.